my love. Thank you so much for tuning back into another video. I hope you are having an amazing Thursday thus far and that you've had an amazing week thus far and that the trend continues on into a beautiful weekend. But without further ado, let's head into today's topic. So today I want to talk about taking ownership of the roles that you play in relationships. I wanted to put that whole thing on my letterboard, but it would not fit. So that is the full title of today's topic. And what really got me thinking about this is moving to California and noticing the different roles that I play in my life. And I feel like now that I am fully adulting, living with my boyfriend, moving out of my mom's house, it really pointed towards the fact that I am my own person now. Not that I wasn't my own person before, but it further reaffirms the fact that I'm my own person. So I've been focusing a lot on the roles that I play in my life. What I've discovered is that we all have a multitude of relationships within our lives. We have the relationship with ourselves, we have the relationship with a significant other or a love interest if we have one. We have relationships with our family, our mom, dad, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, strangers, people we just met, the universe, the world. We have a lot of relationships throughout our life. Some come and go, some are here to stay, and we always have our side of that relationship. Sometimes it seems as though we are waiting for the other person to always be the one to initiate something. For example, for me is a lot of the times I would wait for my friends to reach out to me first, but then I realized I also have a role as their friend and they also expect the same thing from me. Likewise, in my relationship with my boyfriend, I would always expect him to be the one to be understanding, to be empathetic, to cater to my needs, but I also started to recognize that he's also expecting the same thing from me. And while it is okay to want something from our relationships, we have to recognize that we are the other part of the equation in that relationship. That while it is good to hold a certain standard for the people that you let into your life, you also have to take a look at yourself, hold up a mirror to yourself and ask yourself, am I the kind of person that I would want to be in a friendship or relationship, romantic partnership with? And to answer that honestly, to really look at your actions and be objective about it, like an experiment. Look at yourself like a science experiment and be like, does this person, aka you, carry the characteristics that I would look after or admire if that were my partner or friend or family member? And this is still like a very big step that I'm taking for myself, because sometimes I am so focused on the other person's actions that I am not taking a moment to reflect on how I'm showing up in the relationship and if there are ways that I can improve or better the relationship to make it more fulfilling or loving or caring or helpful or enjoyable for the other person. And I feel like in the time of social media, we are very self-righteous and we are like, if this person doesn't treat me right, I'm gonna cut them off, goodbye, you're getting ghosted, you're getting chucked out the window, thrown in with the trash. But it's like, how are we treating that person? And if we're honestly treating that person with kindness and love and empathy and showing them all of the love that we possibly can and they're still not treating us with kindness or being reciprocal about it, then we can start to question the other person's motives or intentions. But if we're not doing what we can in order to make that person feel loved and seen, then we need to look at ourselves and see how we can adjust to meet them halfway. Because that's what relationships are all about. You know, it's not about one person always giving and giving and giving until their cup's all empty and they have nothing left and we're still expecting more. It's about both of us giving equal amounts and meeting in the middle and making sure that we have a loving, reciprocal relationship. And you know, sometimes it's not always going to be even. Sometimes one person may be going through a lot and they're having a hard time and it may be a little bit more that they're needing from the other person. So it'd be like 30-70 or maybe even 20-80 or 10-90. For the most part, that should be equally given back. Like if the other person is having a hard time, then there should be more giving on this end. And that is the dance of relationships. It is give and take. It is neither all giving or all taking. There needs to be that reciprocal nature of it. Otherwise, it's not really going to be seen as a healthy environment to be in. So I hope this gives you something to think about today. I hope you allow yourself to take a good look at how you're showing up in your relationships and to not be judgmental about it. That's not what I'm saying to do. You don't need to hate yourself or shame yourself or guilt yourself or blame yourself for how you may or may not be showing up in a relationship. But just to take a second to reflect and be honest with yourself. Can can you be doing more for somebody else? Or are you doing just enough? And that's totally fine. But just to take a moment to reflect and show the people that you love them. There is never a moment, ever, that is wasted when you take the time out of your day to let those that you love know that you love them. I honestly don't think that we say that enough to people because we're so caught up in how we're appearing in the world and our own self-image and social media and all of this comparison game that we forget that people need love, need to be appreciated, and it's always nice to hear when someone shares kindness. So I hope this gave you something to think about today. I hope you share and spread some kindness today. I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday and a good rest of your week. And until next time, bye.